Hi guys, today I will tell you what happens when Bitcoin consumes all of the world's energy. What happens then? Stay with me till the end of this video. There will be a contest and something to win. What happens when Bitcoin consumes all of the world's energy? Today, Bitcoin consumes around 0.5% of the world's energy. It is somewhere between the energy consumption of Ireland and the energy consumption of Austria. It's quite a big amount of world's energy. Some people say by the year 2025, Bitcoin will consume more energy than all the electric cars together. And other people predict that with somewhere between 2020 and 2030, Bitcoin will indeed consume all of the world's energy. But is it imaginable that Bitcoin would take all the world's energy and there will be no energy left for private energy consumption, for the industry, for the transportation? I think it's just implausible, right? What will happen instead will actually be the steadily rising energy prices, assuming that energy production won't catch up with the rising energy demand of Bitcoin and of course of other industries, right? What happens then? It's just simple economic. The energy price rises, and I guess when Bitcoin consumption will grow up to 5 or 10% and will be growing with the same speed as today, we will see a dramatic rise of energy prices, because the energy grids, the energy production won't be able to develop in the same speed. And rising energy prices, as we said in the latest video, will cause the Bitcoin mining profitability to go down. It means Bitcoin mining will turn to be less profitable. And less people will be able to mine Bitcoin, because for more and more people it just won't make any economical sense anymore. It means that the growth of Bitcoin energy consumption will slow down, or even it will decrease. The energy consumption will decrease. What other trends, what other phenomenons will we be observing? I guess there are 5 things that we will be observing in that time. The first 2 things I was talking about in the last video. So we will see Bitcoin production move to the countries with lower energy prices. So this is clear. But it will be more interesting for the countries, or for Bitcoin markets or countries where there is high energy production and low energy consumption, meaning energy exporting countries. In these countries, the prices will be less affected by this growing energy consumption, meaning in these countries the energy prices will be more competitive. Then we will see big mining companies actually buying out energy plants, and those having access to energy production and not having to buy energy at the market prices, meaning they will just avoid competition in the energy market by having their own energy, right? And when we are talking about this, we will see huge energy miners not only buying electricity plants, they will actually build their own plants. The solar plants, the wind parks, and of course maybe hydroelectric plants, and they will do it in third world countries. Why in third world countries? Because in third world countries they will be able to get better conditions, working conditions for their plants. Maybe they won't have to sell the energy before they buy the energy, so less regulation, and they will avoid the market mechanism. So there will be less competition for the energy. The prices will be lower. And then what could happen if the energy consumption still grows and Bitcoin mining is still profitable? The following can happen. Companies will start building solar panels on the seas, in the seas, on the oceans, or wind parks or solar parks to use the space that doesn't belong to anybody or doesn't belong to a country. They will try to get the best deal on the energy. And if the energy price is high enough, it may even pay off for them to build solar parks in the space, maybe or even on the moon. It depends, of course, when we talk in the perspective for 30, 50 years, who knows, maybe we'll have even energy parks on the moon. But this all, of course, happens only if Bitcoin mining is still profitable. If it is not profitable, then watch my other film that I have made before. You will see what happens then, right? One surprising thing that may happen that you may not think about is the following. When energy prices go up, they go up for everybody, for industry, for private households, and so on. And people may not be able to pay the energy bills, maybe in some cases. And if there is a crisis in the economy, politicians, especially populistic politicians, will be looking for scapegoats. And Bitcoin miners may be stabbed as scapegoats in such situations. They will be vilified and they may be even persecuted, especially in the most developed, in the most industrial countries. Why in those countries? Because in those countries the competition, the demand for energy will be much higher than in the demand for the energy in the less developed countries. There is a huge industry in the Western countries, and they will be competing for energy with Bitcoin miners. And if these companies, the industry companies, will become unprofitable, they will start to lay off people, they will come to crisis and so on. Bitcoin miners will be seen as the bad guys who destroy the economy, who are bad for the economy, and so on and so on. They may be vilified, they may be persecuted, and you may see these developments in the coming years. All this happens, of course, if Bitcoin mining is still profitable, if there are more and more people mining. What happens if Bitcoin mining becomes unprofitable? This is what we were talking about in the last video, in the last crypto video. Check out this crypto video. I will put a link here and maybe in the description below. Subscribe to this channel. I talk here a lot about cryptocurrencies, about my thoughts about cryptocurrencies, about my experiences with investing in cryptocurrencies. I talk here a lot about the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, about the self-made billionaires, how they think and how they act, and also about doing the impossible, how to do things that you thought would be impossible to do, great, amazing things. I invite you to leave your comments. What do you think will happen with the growing energy consumption of Bitcoin? What will be, maybe not the causes, but maybe the events around that? What will be the consequences? What will be the impact on the economy, maybe on the politics, on the economic and political map of the world. So leave your comment below. I invite you to share this video, share it with your friends, with your loved ones. One day they will thank you for that. When you share this video, don't forget to put the hashtag $1 billion secret. We will monitor the social media, and among the best shares, the most creative, the most effective shares, I will give away some Bible buys. That's it from the great, wonderful Konstanz at Lake Boden. I wish you a fantastic day. Let's do something extraordinary today.